It's day 4 of this passage from Maldives to Seychelles. Last night, the weather kicked up a lot, and this morning it still seems to be holding true to that. Actually, I think it's gotten worse. I slept terribly last night. Got woken up so many times by waves pushing me around in my bed, or a wave coming and slapping up against the hull. It is not nice at the moment, but today it's wild. Oh, that's a big one. Honestly, these waves look so pathetic to the camera, but to my eyes it looks like they're about to come and crash up onto the deck, some of them. I think I jinxed us yesterday when I said, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something like, oh, it's day 3, this is when we start settling down and getting into the rhythm of the passage, and how mundane and just, I don't know, boring passages are. This is the day where you actually start to feel good. And then that night, it blew a gale and we burst the freaking Genoa. Oh my gosh, so bad. Anyway, all day today has just been going between like 11 and 23 knots, just back and forth, back and forth. There's no space to put up the asymmetrical spinnaker, because that's what we've been wanting to do all day, is trying to get that thing up so that we can actually get some pace and not have to run these engines. And the swell is side on. It's horrible. I've been feeling sick pretty much all day. And the rain, oh my gosh, it has rained so much today. So at the moment this passage is going way worse than our last one. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, I'm not enjoying it. And it's only day 4. The other boats that we're with a monohull and another catamaran that are doing this passage, and they left at the same time as us. The monohull is doing like 160 nautical miles a day or something like that, or that was their best day. And the catamaran is doing like the same as that, maybe a little more. And then we're back here doing like 300 miles in 4 days. 4 days. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those passages. Dad did not sleep at all last night. He just couldn't sleep. It was so hectic last night. He's catching up on that now. I slept terribly. Got woken up so many times by waves and rain and wind, and it's horrible. Nothing else, I just picked up the camera to have a little whine and a moan. So, yeah. It's day 5. We've had really, really crap weather these last 2 days. It's, I don't know, I could say that it's calming down, but it's probably not. It is fairly calm at the moment. So we've got our spinnaker and the main up. We're actually sailing for once. Haven't done any good sailing these last couple of days. Pretty much just since the Genoa ripped. It's also been raining non-stop for over 24 hours. This hoodie that I'm wearing is soaked. Just kind of thinking whether I should change out of it into something dry or just stay in this in case I have to go out in the rain again soon. The sea has calmed down a bit. Last night, oh my gosh, last night was horrible. My shift felt like it was going for so long. I went from like 9:15 to 1 AM. So yeah, it was a pretty long shift. And it definitely felt long. That Thailand to Maldives trip was just a passage from heaven. It was incredibly good. But yeah, comparing those two passages, this one is just garbage. But yeah, I don't think many passages are like the one that we had from Thailand to Maldives. That was just exceptionally good. This is kind of more of a bog standard, rough weather, high seas kind of passage. We've never had a sail break before. Oh, actually, we've blown out an asymmetrical spinnaker before, but I feel like that's not the same as the Genoa, because the Genoa is like a built-in sail. We've never burst one of our actual main sails. We're not sure how many more days there will be. We're estimating around like 5, 6. maybe. Yeah, we've come about 400 nautical miles from our start point, and we have 780 nautical miles to go. So that'll be about, probably more like 7 days. Day 6, I think. Might be. Yeah, no, I think it's day 6. The weather has finally calmed down, and I'm hoping that it stays like this. I won't be surprised if we get storms again, but here's to hoping. Yeah, like midway through yesterday, it rained, and kind of since then we've had about 9 to 15 knot winds, which is enough, but not too much for us to put out Nigel, our ASIM. Most of yesterday we had Nigel up, and most of today we've had Nigel up. We usually use the ASIM for downwind sailing, but at the moment we've got it on a beam reach, which means the wind is coming in from the side of the boat, and Nigel seems to be holding up well. We're finally making some steady progress. I think yesterday was our first 100+ nautical mile day. We might have had one before that actually. I think the first day we did 100+. We're still not halfway to Seychelles yet. And by day 6 you'd think you would be, but we're not. Just these last 2 days have really stumped us. The other 2 boats that we're doing this passage with, I think we'll get to Seychelles a couple days before us. Then we'll be trudging our way in with a ripped Genoa and an empty tank of fuel. Most likely. Oh shit, I probably just jinxed us. I'd say we have another 6 days. Oh no, we're not halfway. What am I saying? We've probably got another week out on the water. This passage is like 500 nautical miles less than our one from Thailand to Maldives. But at the moment, it's looking like we're gonna do it in almost the same amount of time. It's been that bad. Day 9. Pretty much all we did today was switch from Nigel to Rolly, and Ivan and I went for a quick little swim. That was pretty much it. Ivan's changing the gas bottle for the first time in a while. Oh, I smell gas! Best way to test if there's a leak is just get a lighter and put it kind of around the attachment, the hose attachment. Changing the gas bottle is usually my job. I'm just here to kind of supervise Ivan and make sure he doesn't blow the boat up. Here, you pass that to me. There we go. That's the empty tank. Alright, so you got to get that in, strap it up. Don't break anything.
I'm not breaking anything, I'm just gently forcing it in. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on.
Give it a few screws, just make sure it's open, and then stick your head right in there and see if you can hear anything or smell anything.
Nothing. Oh, we're good.
You good?
I think we're good. We're good. Oh, easy. So. Ladies, if you need your gas bottles changed, don't call me.
He'll blow up your house. Last night on my shift, we had this big sucker of a sail up and about 23-ish knots of true wind. We were getting about 11 to 15 knots of apparent wind and doing 9 knots. We maxed out at 9.9. We're doing like 7 to 9 knots. Like, if you don't know sailing terms and whatnot, then that won't really make much sense to you, but if you do, you'll know that's pretty scary. I, for one, was scared. My heart was like pumping. Yeah, I was saying to myself that when it hits 15 knots, I'll drop the sail. It hit 15 knots. I shouted out to Dad, who was in bed, because it was my shift. I shouted out to him saying, I'm gonna drop the sail. Then he came up and he was like, oh no, it's all good, just ride it out. And so I did. And yeah, he was right, it came good. And nothing bad happened. Oh dude, these clouds. These clouds out here. Can I help you?